Hello, everybody. This is K Level Fort, and this is another quick entry into the Spotted Bride. I had a couple of visions this morning that I wanted to log um, and then talk about something. Um, the vision was I had vision of angels in the sky, but there was one angel that was set apart from these angels. It was like a group of angels, and then like just closely to them to the side was one angel, maybe a lead angel, archangel. I'm not for sure because it was a quick vision. But this angel had a trumpet in his hand, ready to blow. That was and then after I seen that, I woke up. When I have visions, I try to look a little bit deeper. Sometimes they're just pictures. Sometimes it's a picture after the other. Um, and usually those are just right before I wake up. So um, that is what I saw, and the Lord took me to Revelation. Now, I will be the first one to tell you that there is a lot of parts in Revelation that I don't understand, timeline and whatnot. But I can remember just a couple of years back, right before we got into this pandemic, the Lord had dealt with me with Revelation 6, where he was where it talks about the releasing of the horses and whatnot, when he was opening up the seals. And there was one particular one before we even got into this, what we're in, where it talks about the seventh seal, where the Lamb opened the fourth seal. I'm sorry, the fourth seal, not the seventh seal. It's verse 7 in chapter 6 of Revelation. He says, when the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, come. Verse 8, I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider, its rider, rider's name, its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind him. They were given power over a fourth of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beast of the earth. Um, Now, I'm not saying that what we're in and been through is this, but I'm saying, my goodness, uh, if you look at the number of people that have passed away, I know we don't like to say, we like to say it's, some people like to say it's because of they may have had diabetes, or they had a heart problem, or they had cancer or something like that. But if the initial sickness, the flu or the COVID or whatever, if that is what got them into the hospital, or if that is what initially made them go down, whereas they otherwise would have had more time. Come on, y'all. And it's a plague. It is a plague. If you'll watch some of my other videos, and I do not have long, if you'll watch some of my other videos, you will see where I mentioned that there was a beetle, a black beetle bug, eating vegetation by the side of my shed. There was a bug, and the interpretation of that was twofold. It was plague, and it was a hit on the economy. Has our economy not been hit? Have we not seen inflation? Have we not seen the lack of things in stores? It was the black beetle bug eating the vegetation, it was eating food. It was eat because that's where a garden used to be. So it was eating food. It was representing a plague. And not only that, the effects on the economy, and then the food issue. So we're in it. We're in it, but that's not what I come on here for, because there's so much more that I need to discuss about that. But I was just looking at it, just the Lord just brought that back to me, Revelation 6 and 7, where the seals had opened up. And after that, the fifth seal was the souls under the altar. And then the sixth seal was a great earthquake. And the sun turned black like sackcloth made of goat hair. The whole moon turned blood red. I don't know that we haven't seen that yet. It seems like that's something that we would see and know, worldwide. But I believe that the things that I have been seeing here as of late, especially with the other vision that I spoke of with the volcano eruption. I've had multiple visions and dreams of volcanic eruptions. So I am watching Revelation 6 very closely because that's where I keep going to. That's what I keep being led to. So with the volcanic activity, the earthquakes, and for the if it's a great earthquake and then the sun turns black like sackcloth, that's ash cloud in the atmosphere covering the sun. Y'all, listen. I didn't want to even get there. I wanted to go on back to this trumpet thing because the trumpets are, I believe, after the seals in chapter. Let me make sure that's right. I don't. Let me see. I'm not in the right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to multitask and I'm trying to be quick. Um, I think it's chapter 7, and let me make sure. Move this over just a little bit. But I wanted to come on here because if I had the vision of the angel and the one with the trumpet. So that's just got me like, and time is just moving so much faster now. So much faster. We rapidly. And so I'm trying to get to okay, here it is. Revelation 7 goes into the tribes of Israel and them being sealed and whatnot. And then we get into Revelation 8, where it talks about the seventh seal. And y'all read this. Y'all listen, you got to read this word for yourself and ask the Lord to give you understanding. And like I said, I am not a scholar on Revelation, but I keep having these visions and then I'm taken to this stuff. So I know a lot of people say a lot of things and say this stuff has already happened, but so anyways, chapter 8, where he talks about opening up the seventh seal, and then in verse 2 he says, and I saw the 7 angels, and see, I wasn't able to count the angels. I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and 7 trumpets were given to them. Now, like I said, in the vision, there was a group of angels here. I don't know what they had in their hands or anything like that because I didn't see that. The only thing that stood out to me was the angel that was to the side getting ready to blow his trumpet. Okay. Um, and so Revelation chapter 8 talks about the angels getting the trumpet and that there's 7 of them. And let me see if I can find where the first, and I wish I could put this up here, but I didn't have time to get this stuff together. The 7 angels who, the first angel sounded his trumpet, and there came hail and fire mixed with blood, and it was hurled down on the earth. A third of the earth was burned up, a third of the trees were burned up, and all the grass was burned up. That's Revelation chapter 8, verse 7. I only saw one angel with the trumpet. I don't know what the other angels had. So I don't know, maybe, confirmation of his word and things to come, and that we are approaching that timeline where these things are going to take place. And so I just wanted to come on here real quick and log this for the vision of the angels in the sky, and one of them having a trumpet. I've got some other things that I've got to go over, but I do not have the time. I've got to get out of the way and head to work. So I will be back on another time. I want to thank you all as usual for tuning in to another entry of the Spotted Bride on here. I multitask, so sometimes I have teaching, sometimes I'll have my visions, dreams, or whatnot, and sometimes I'll have whatever the Lord is speaking about something. If He drops something in my spirit and tells me to speak about it, then that's what I'll do. Um, so anyways, I got to get off of here. Thank you all for joining in. I encourage you, hey, leave a comment if it's something that if you're seeing or hearing something else in what I'm saying, leave a comment, let me know, because I am still, I interpret, but sometimes I can be off and I have to go to somebody else and be like, hey, what are you seeing here? And then they'll guide me and they'll be like, research it more, and I go back and I'll research it more, and then I get the interpretation. My visions don't necessarily have to have the interpretation. It always leads me to scripture, directly to scripture. But some of my dreams, I have to do research, research. Because usually my dreams are instructions. They're instructions, whether they're for me or whether they're for somebody else. They're instructions. So I have to search that thing out. But anyways, this is K Level 4. Just came on here really quickly and briefly just to update. I hope you all have a fabulous day, and I will talk with y'all soon. Y'all stay